Hi team, hi to Team Lifeline. This is Toby, your coach, calling from the cyberspace and hoping that all is going well. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about base training. And the reason why we talk about base training is right at the start of the program. This is the meat of your program. What I mean by base training is the pace that you'll be running on the majority of your runs. Base training is described as a pace that actually feels comfortable and doesn't cause you to get out of breath. And to do a little test to yourself, what you can do is when you go out running, you pretend that you have an imaginary training partner, or you may actually have a training partner, and you start a conversation. And you should be able to make conversation with the person or the imaginary person next to you. Whereas, when you start to get a little bit more sophisticated with your training, sometimes you like to play with speed, maybe some days run faster, some days run slower, and then you get into a state where you become out of breath. Now, the importance of base training is it builds exactly what the name implies. And if you look at the Empire State Building or the Eiffel Tower, you'll see a strong base leading up to the top. Go to Italy and you'll see the Tower of Pisa. What this means is the better base that you build right now, the better your condition will be and the less chance you've got of getting an injury come the race. For instance, if it is the end of the year and you're going to Las Vegas or Miami, that time you'll be far better conditioned, you'll be far less likely to get an injury. The athletes that procrastinate and then just wait until they actually get to November to train for a January event often are the ones that end up getting pains in the knees, pains in the ankle. What a base does, it allows you very, very gradually to introduce the concept of running into your body. The minimum that I like to say is good for a runner is to have 2 or 3 sessions of base training a week minimum. Better if you can do 3. Some people even do 4, 5, 6. But 3 is kind of the tipping point where you actually start to see progress. You'll notice if you only do 2 base sessions a week, then you're not going to see progress. A lot about running is distributive justice. The amount of effort you put in is the result you get out. If you don't put enough of the effort in, you won't get the result coming out. And we've had questions asking about, what is the optimum pace? And that's a very, very individual question. It's what is best for you. It may be base training going out and actually walking 3 times a week for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It may be going out for 3 times 40 minutes. Start how you can, and then you look to build up. And that's a great thing with base. The bigger your base, the stronger your base, the more you can build up from that. So, what are the things to watch out with base training? The biggest secret, and I said this before, it's consistency. And what I mean by this is, let's say you say, okay, I can run 4 times a week. Or you start to push the limit and you say, oh, no, I can run 5 times a week. And then you burn yourself out the next week. Maybe you're only running twice a week. It's not the same. You really want to do it. You want to look at your schedule now and say, okay, I'm leading up to the race. How can I actually commit at least 3 days a week? Consistency is the key to long distance running. Consistency is the key that's actually going to get you to the end. Don't worry, we will expect that in the schedule, let's say the schedule is 20 weeks, 16 weeks, you are going to have life's, ups and downs. There are going to be times when you're not going to be able to do all the training. That doesn't matter. Base training is really just the porridge in the pot. So you do your best, and we expect when we provide the Team Lifeline training for you that you're going to have, 1 week that you might miss or 1 week that you don't. But the stronger your base, the more you're going to be prepared for that timeout. Don't worry about it. Always remember, the golden motto is do your best, and doing something is better than doing nothing. So that's it for this tip on base training. If there's anything unclear, you can email, call, get in touch with me as the coach. Let me know your problems. But just remember, try to build the strongest base, because that is your golden ticket to having a better race. And thank you for being a team member of Team Lifeline.